It's time for the Swinging Blindly podcast, the show where PJ and Blaise make their bold baseball predictions. Once in a while, they'll hit a home run. Most of the time, they'll probably swing and miss.
Strike three, you're out.
Sometimes they'll hit a grounder or fly ball somewhere. Here's your host, the man with the plan who roots for a team with a late legend named Stan. It's not unusual for him to be leading off, PJ Geary.
Hello, and welcome to the show with impeccable flow. You may not know, but we will show you exactly how we do when we bring the baseball news to your ears. Have no fear, the boys are back, Jack. It's PJG and your boy Blaise B, and you will for sure see that you can swing blindly for the fences, and who cares where it goes. Blaise, how the heck are you?
I am good, man. How are you?
Hey, we're here. We're swinging blindly. We're chatting. We're gabbing about baseball, and it's March Madness. It's baseball's coming right around the corner. It's just a beautiful, beautiful time to be alive right now.
Indeed, my guy. We are less than 2 weeks away.
Yes, sir. It's it kind of creeps up on you sometimes. I don't know if you kind of feel the same way. Like, I've been paying attention to all things spring training and whatnot, but it certainly, especially with like fantasy baseball stuff, it sneaks up on you.
It does. It's almost kind of like November, December, January. We're kind of in this limbo of anticipation. Yes, there are other things going on. There's the NFL, there's college football, there's the NBA, hockey, college hoops. There's a lot of stuff going on, but when you're baseball guys like we are always kind of in that limbo of anticipation, waiting for spring training to start.
Yeah, no, that's exactly how it kind of feels. And then once it happens, and I've admittedly always been, and we touched on it a little bit. I've kind of always been a spring training guy.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily, and baseball just seems to make it harder and harder to actually watch what you want to watch. But
it does.
And
the prices are going up too. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous.
And it's just they black out everything, and that's a whole other discussion for a whole other day. But
yeah,
it's it's because actually the next time we talk, it'll be like the first day or two of the season. So it's exciting. It kind of is, at least for baseball guys, like you said, the beginning of spring in my eyes. Like, I know technically tomorrow is or today, whatever it is the quote unquote first day of spring. But to me,
it is
the first
today.
Day of spring.
Today,
yeah, it is today.
We are recording this, and it is spring because it's spring happens 5:00 in the morning on the 20th, and we are recording this just 8 hours after. So now you know when the hell we're recording this. So
there you go.
Let's do the show.
Let's do the show. How was the intro, though, Blaise?
I thought the intro was on point, my guy.
Thank you. I'll make sure to bring the funk for you every single time.
I appreciate that CT funk.
So we had discussed on the previous episode that we would be talking at the time. It was way too early, and now it's more like just regular timing to make our predictions. Please, we're going to go through every division, similarly to how we did with the offseason moves in episode 1, going through every team. We're going to just off the cuff with whatever information we have on our brains right now as we record, and just go through each division. And I mean, how do you want to do it? Should we go full blast and actually predict records, or do you want to just say where the teams are going to finish? I'll leave that part up to you.
Well, I think what we should do is let's start with the
because we did the over-unders.
Yeah. Right, we did over-unders. So let's start high level, with the divisions in terms of predicting who's going to finish where. Then we can kind of take those over-unders that we talked about and base it on the record to kind of tie things back in, and that'll eat up the hour for sure.
Yeah, no, that sounds great, my friend. We'll get right into it. I guess we'll start. You know what? I want to flip it because every time, alphabetically and just phonetically,
geographically, we usually start.
Generally
with the
start.
East.
Yeah, and I'm down to stay in the AL, but why don't we flip it up? Why don't we change it up? Because that's just what you get. You get something different here on the Swinging Blindly podcast with PJ and Blaise. We'll go AL West. It's a division that we like to discuss. We've discussed it ad nauseum. Some might say, especially the Mike Trout and the Angels.
Yep. By the way, am I coming across okay?
Yeah. You sound
okay, great.
You sound wonderful as always, my friend.
I appreciate that, my guy. Very much.
See, it's the first day of spring. Spring is in the air. Love is in the air.
Yes.
Love today on the Swinging Blindly podcast.
Absolutely.
But we might not show so much love for the bottom dwellers of these divisions. So
because they don't deserve any.
I have another question for you. Should we go 5-1? Oh, I forgot about the sound effects. On point as always. Yes, I mean, what do you want to do? Should we go 5-1? What are you thinking? I know most.
Yeah,
of the time.
let's do 5-1.
We'll do 5-1. Sounds good. Okay, so AL West. I figured we would just do alternating as we did before for the over-unders. I'll go 5th in the AL West. Man,
that's a tough one.
Yeah, it's actually one of the better divisions. Let's see who got them.
Well, I mean,
no, not better divisions, but maybe more.
I think we can both agree on 3.
Yeah,
we both can agree on 3. We'll start. We'll kind of leave you with that little tease.
I would hope so. Man, I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. Okay, here we go.
Because 1, 2, 4, and 5, you can make a case either way.
Well, no, I mean I know we know. I think we both agree on the bottom, which I'm going to just say is the Texas Rangers.
Well, it's either them or I mean, you could make the case for Seattle as well.
You could, and I think I'm gonna hold them a little bit higher in esteem, but I'm gonna go Texas Rangers finish 5th in the AL West. What say you, Blaise?
I agree. So we both agree Seattle on 4. We also, I'm pretty sure we agree on 3 with the Angels.
Angels, yep. Well, so you know what's funny, and I do. I'm gonna put them here as well. But I've been seeing a lot of. I mean, looking at other people making predictions, I've seen a lot of people pick Angels winning this division. Blaise.
I don't understand that.
I could see maybe second. I don't see them overtaking. Definitely not the Athletics. Right. Stros, but I don't see. I think the Athletics don't necessarily run away with the division, but they're going to be right up there the whole time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I would put Angels 3, and then it would be there. And I'm just going to go. I'm just going to say it. Stros. Instead of alternating, we'll just dive right in. I have Stros and Athletics, man. So 5 Rangers, 4 Mariners, 3 Angels, 2 Astros. And I'm going to say that the Astros don't get the wild card, my friend.
I would tend to agree with you as well.
I think the AL East actually might sniff 2 wild cards, and if not, Central has a couple teams that will be there. But yeah, I'm not going to say the wild card comes out of there, but it will be Athletics and Astros 1-2.
I would tend to agree, my guy. Yep. Let's. Cool. Yeah. So then let's. Well, why don't we Central. Just? Or do you want to?
Oh yeah, we'll do AL NL. That's a good.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll head to the NL. Why don't you start off? And you could just run through your whole 5 through 1, and I'll let you know.
Okay, so
where we differ.
Sure. So in the NL, in no particular order, we have the San Francisco Giants, Arizona Diamondbacks, Colorado Rockies, San Diego Padres, LA Dodgers. My number 5 here is the Colorado Rockies. They have nearly nothing. Number 4, give me the San Francisco Giants. Number 3, the Arizona Cardinals. Both those 3, you could make a case for the 5 through 3 or 3 through 5. You could flip those any combination you want. Number 2, the Padres have improved a lot, but I don't think enough to leapfrog the number 1 team, and I think the best team in baseball, the LA Dodgers.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was laughing just because. Oh man, poor Colorado. I have to try and be nice to the Colorado Rockies this year.
It's a Rocky Mountain low, my guy.
Oh. Hey, you know what? You might be a little tired, but your wit is still there, my friend. Yeah, I'm obviously going to go rotten. I mean, maybe it's not obvious, but I'm going to go Rockies last, Giants there. Yeah, and we're gonna echo, man. We're gonna echo. It's gonna go Rockies 5, Giants 4, Diamondbacks 3. I agree with you. I think the Padres might. It's tough with the addition of Bauer, but those two rotations vastly improved this offseason.
I still think the Dodgers are slightly more balanced.
Yes. No, I think it. I would understand the case made for the Padres, and I would definitely listen. But in the end, I think my verdict would be Dodgers with the slight edge. And I think offensively, it doesn't. The Dodgers are just stacked, man. It's like it's Yankees. It's like mid-90s Yankees status in a way to me, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's very similar with just how deep they are. The top to bottom lineup is just dangerous all throughout. It's, I mean, hey, I'm gonna have to look into some futures picks, and I might be putting a little bit of money on the Dodgers just to have the outright overall best record again. Because I mean, who's gonna compete with that team?
I don't see it. And then you could kind of make the case too with the Padres, as this kind of sets us up nicely to go to the Central, where they're kind of like those mid to late 90s Indians, those 97 Indians with Albert Bell and Manny Ramirez and, Kenny. Those Indians teams that just absolutely bashed the baseball, as we now head a bit east to the Central, and PJ will start us off with the American League.
Whew. And I did want to say, too, the way you just said that, too, comparing the Padres to the Indians, those Indians came up just short, those mid-90s Indians. And
those mid-90s Padres. 98, the Padres came up short. They were swept by my beloved New York Yankees.
They were in the 97 Indians, 98 Padres. So there you go.
I didn't even think about that, but that's a good point.
It's Game 7, Indians Marlins. Yeah. So, man, I see this. There are a couple teams in the Central I thought got better, and not necessarily vastly better, but better. But I will say this, and this might be unpopular, and I'm very interested in where you're going. I'm going to put those Indians at the bottom of the list. I'm going to put those Indians number 5. I'm going to put the Tigers 4. I'm going Royals 3, Twins 2, White Sox 1.
Whew. That is a hot take, my guy.
Thank you. We live for hot takes.
I do not agree. I still think Detroit is worse than Cleveland.
That's fair.
I think Detroit is from Detroit, Michigan to, Australia from competing. That's for sure. They're such a long ways away. They are one of the single worst teams in the American League still. They didn't really make much improvements. I will agree that Cleveland, you said Cleveland was 5, Detroit was 4. I'm flip-flopping and agreeing with you the rest of the way. Okay. Kansas City certainly did get better. Minnesota, they're going to be right there. Chicago is kind of that interesting team to me. We were talking about wild cards. They stand a really good chance. The team and the chemistry is there, and they made a couple of moves here to get better. The one move that they made isn't even necessarily one that plays a position, and that is their manager, the new one, Tony La Russa. That's where it's going to be interesting for me.
No, I mean, so I agree with you there, and as we kind of talked about, Tim Anderson, the vocal leader of that White Sox team, has seemingly is on board with Mr. La Russa, so that chemistry is something that we're going to watch. And just to just to add to why I had Indians down there before we move on, Blaise. Mm-hmm. It just happens to be Cleveland. It's like, what happened when they got rid of their biggest star ever in LeBron? The next couple of years, basement. I know baseball is obviously a little different, longer season. But this is a team that just got rid of and lost some of its major players of the last couple of years. And I think that hangover from that could be real. And another reason. Yes, yet another reason why I'm going to watch that. And you know what? Those top 2 teams, Twins and White Sox, Blaise, and the Royals, who I believe also improved pretty good, they get a chance to beat up on those 2 teams all year. So we'll have to see.
You would think.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Yep. And so what say you to my NL Central?
All right, your NS Central has, in no particular order, the Chicago Cubs, Cincinnati Reds, Pittsburgh Pirates, the beloved St. Louis Cardinals by the great PJ Geary, and the Pirates, Cubs, Reds, Cardinals, and
the beer makers.
The
beer makers.
The Brewers. My goodness.
You go.
For full disclosure, I had my COVID vaccine yesterday, and I totally I guess one of the symptoms can be a little bit of a foggy brain after getting the vaccine. And I absolutely had one of those moments. So I get the award today.
At least you owned it, my friend. But you know what? Your wit is still there.
I mean, it's on the record. How could I not own it? Okay.
It's true.
Maybe I'll have some beer in honor of the Brewers after the show here.
Yeah, just tip one to them.
Tip one. Yeah. Several. Maybe I'll be a little bit more with it. Okay, number 5, no question about it. It is the Pittsburgh Pirates. Yes. The Pirates are from Pittsburgh to the depths of the Arctic Ocean in terms of competing.
I like the Australia one. Some people don't think Australia is real.
I know, but but because Pittsburgh is a little further south, I needed to kind of add a little, how would you say, depth?
Oh, wow. Yep. There is.
Yep. That's right. Anyhow. No doubt about it with the Pirates there. Number 4. This team plays in a very windy city with IV in center field. I think the Cubs are 4th. I think the Reds are 3rd. The Brewers are 2nd.
Well, say it to me.
I will say it to you. I will.
Yes.
Applaud PJ Geary's St. Louis Cardinals and say that they win the division by a pretty substantial margin. I will even go that far.
Wow, I am shocked. I mean, so you really just that you had Reds 3rd and Cubs 4th. That is still I might agree with you, but that is shocking to hear. So closely removed from their World Series win.
They've fallen so precipitously.
And there's still a lot of that talent there, but it just seems like their window is, if it's not already closed, it seems like it's
kind of like Steve Barton caught one of the World Series rings. It feels like with the Cubs. Steve Barton, 2003 against the Marlins, Game 6. That game was at Wrigley Field.
So do you remember? I mean, I imagine you do, but who would you, as a fan, obviously, did you want to face in that World Series as a Yankee fan? Just curious.
As a Yankee fan, I wanted.
Who were you more scared of?
Well, I really wanted a Yankees-Cubs World Series because that would have been such a draw for baseball. Yankees, Marlins. I mean, it's just okay, the Marlins. What appeal do they have? Clearly, I was wrong, and sorry, that was me eating crow.
That was amazing. That sound effect. I know it was your mouth, but yeah.
Anyhow. Oh, wow.
I almost put a crow reference into my opening. So good on you.
Thank God you didn't, Cardinal. What's your picks?
I mean, obviously we're Pirates of the absolute basement of baseball. I mean, they're under the basement.
Neither the Caribbean nor Pittsburgh.
They're somewhere, man. They're in the core of the earth or something. I don't even know. But
would you dare say that the Pittsburgh Pirates are the stock of the National League and maybe even Major League Baseball?
First of all, I'm so glad that I was waiting. I was like, please say stock. Oh, that was really good.
I could not have done that better if I tried.
Oh, thank you, Peanut Gallery. You're
Oh,
appreciated. You're always appreciated
you
here on the Swing and
cracker
the Bun
jack me
podcast.
up, you know.
Oh, you're just like now you're just like deliriously tired. But yeah, man. I mean,
Anyhow.
they're clearly the bottom of the NL, like not even close. And yeah, I mean, I think you definitely make the case between them and the Orioles, the two teams with a 0% chance to make the playoffs. But I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna flip flop what you had. I'm gonna say the Reds aren't there yet. They lose like similarly to the Indians. They lose. They're losing a Cy Young Blaise. And I know that they've, a quiet off season basically throughout the entire NL Central, other than the Brewers and Cardinals. So I think the talent for the Cubs is still there. They did lose a couple of key pieces, but I'm going to throw them third, Reds fourth, Brewers second, and I don't think it's going to be close. Brewers have improved. Cardinals definitely improved more. It's going to come down to the Cardinals pitching that they didn't really make too many moves on. Their offenses and defense is clearly vastly improved. So I say Cardinals by 3 to 4 games. Brewers will be one of the wild cards.
I would tend to agree.
I didn't say it before, but I'm going to say Padres get the other wild card as well, just to have that out there.
Yeah, I think that's a hard case to argue.
Yeah, just since we covered them, I figured we might as well throw out our wild card predictions there. But moving on to now your AL East, where with the teams we have there, and I appreciate you doing this the last couple times, and I can do it here in no particular order: the Boston Red Sox, Baltimore Orioles, Toronto Blue Jays, Tampa Bay Rays. I think are they the Tampa Bay Rays still?
They are.
They're just the Tampa Rays. Okay, they are still Tampa Bay Rays.
Remember when they were the Devil Rays?
I mean, that was okay. That's what I was thinking of. And those logos, man. The logo for the Rays and their jerseys, it's just so good. But and then also followed by the New York Yankees, followed closely by our very own Blaise here.
That's right.
And 5 to 4. I mean, I would love to have the Red Sox back down there again because they're my most hated team in baseball. Well, second most hated team in baseball. The only two sports teams I hate reside in baseball. But thank you. They deserve it. But bottom, I mean, it's the Orioles. So it's the Orioles and Pirates as the bottom feeders of the entire league. Stock of the AL. They like that one, yeah. I'll be here all week. But next I will put the lowly Red Sox. It'll be Orioles, Red Sox. Jeez, man. I know what the consensus will be, so I'm going to go against that just to be that guy. The Tampa Bay Rays finished third. The Toronto Blue Jays finished second. Or the Buffalo Blue Jays? Where are they playing?
Well,
Tampa?
they're starting out at
in the spring training.
Yeah, they're starting out there in Dunedin. Yep.
Possibly then to Buffalo, and then hopefully eventually back to Toronto. But I'm going to go Tampa 3, Toronto 2, and getting the wild card. I don't know if we mentioned our second wild card, but I'll probably go Twins, I would imagine. Or I could also see the Rays getting it, but finishing first and with the best record in the American League, Blaise.
Say it.
Your New York Yankees.
My man.
Hey, you gave props where props is due. Like I said, love is in the air, my friend.
My man, coffee in hand. I completely agree with you on your divisional picks. Nice. Tampa really took a step back. I mean, they lost Charlie Morton in free agency. Blake Snell's a Padre. They didn't really upgrade at any position. Toronto did
greatly outweigh. Yes. Yep.
Yeah. There's not much more that needs to be said. And I think that the gap between Tampa Bay and Toronto is going to be fairly significant. I actually think the gap between the Yankees and Toronto is going to be narrower than the gap between Toronto and Tampa.
Yeah. No, I can see it happening. And it's similar, going back to what I said for the the other big deals, they're losing a Cy Young. They're losing a guy who, the most polarizing part of their season last year was centered around this one guy, and their losses greatly outweigh their gains, and that's just how you have
no
to
question about it.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
I'm
here for that.
and if they can prove otherwise, then you got to look at their ownership and say, "Damn, they're geniuses."
Yeah, you'd have to. I mean, I think at this point you already tipped the cap to what they've done over the last couple of years, but if they can overcome that and at least not even win the division, if they can overcome it and make the playoffs, you tip your cap to the people that are running that.
I mean, but last year I don't put as much into it. Yeah, they made it to the World Series and whatnot. It was a 60-game season.
Yeah.
So it's just hard for me to put
honestly,
it on an equal playing field.
But this is all speculation, and I don't usually like to dive into speculation.
Right.
They are potentially, 2 more innings of Blake Snell away from a championship? I mean, maybe.
They force
crazy to say.
They force a Game 7 that way.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, I forgot it was Game 6. But I mean, so then who knows? Who knows what happens to Game 7? So
Game 7, I don't know. I mean,
the Dodgers are so good.
Yeah,
but
the best team won, no question.
Yeah, no. But I think it still begs the question, like, what if? And that what if is no longer there. And there's more questions. There's more of those question marks than there are affirmations, confirmations.
Right. Ifs and buts are candies and nuts. So time for us to sit on our.
Especially in a 162 game season. You brought it up, Blaise. Especially in a 162 game season.
Yes.
So you can almost, and we kind of have myself and you, thrown out the 2020 season. Of course. Dodgers won. Good for them. Awesome. I would have celebrated a World Series just as much as the next guy.
Oh, sure.
Cardinals and won. But we're throwing it out. We're starting fresh. We have a full season, full spring training. This season is all eyeballs on this, and all eyeballs on teams like that who did well last year. I think you have to take into consideration everything that happened. I mean, the Cardinals played like 17 doubleheaders, but it was nuts. They played. Yeah. So many variables and that went into it, and it's just we'll have to see, and that's what you're getting here. We have a full season to cover, Blaise. We have a full season. We're going to bring you the best coverage from just 2 regular guys who love the sport and can gab all day about it. Seriously. So, what say you as we'll finish off with our predictions here?
Yeah, in the East,
NL East. Yes.
Yeah, in the NL East. So you have the Miami Marlins, New York Mets, Washington Nationals, Atlanta Braves.
New York Mets. I'm gonna call my buddy Brett that.
It's like when Frank Caliendo was doing an impersonation of John Madden, and he goes, "A jet fly for the New York Brets." Like, did it completely on purpose.
Brett Favre's the greatest quarterback.
Where we have the Miami Marlins, we have the Philadelphia Phillies, we have the Washington Nationals, New York Mets, Atlanta Braves. Boom!
Oh, boom! Tough act. Yeah, dude, that was awesome.
That, man.
I'm sure your throat might not be doing too good after that. That was good.
Yeah, I'm good. Fine.
Kudos. Do you want to say it again, just for people?
All right. Yeesh. All right, so we have the Atlanta Braves, the New York Mets, the Washington Nationals, Philadelphia Phillies, and the Miami Marlins.
The New York Brets.
Yes. Well, the New York Brets with George Brett, or Brett George, excuse me, playing over at third base.
There you go.
I swear that guy could still pick it. I swear.
Yeah.
I mean, what a Hall of Fame career he had with the Royals. But the 5th place team to me is still the Miami Marlins. You have, and this is to me the best division in baseball because the other 4 teams, there's a certain amount of equity there. I think that the Philadelphia Phillies are 4th, Nationals 3rd, Mets 2nd. I can't see anyone beating the Braves in the NL East.
Oh, Blaise, you put me in a tough position here. I said I wanted to kind of go off the cuff a little bit with my picks here. Just, It's kind of like March Madness. Sometimes you got to ride some underdogs that Oral Roberts. I actually had them money line, Blaise.
Did you really? Wow.
I did. Yes, I took a chance. I just had a weird feeling, and I said, you know what? I'm going to sprinkle a little on these guys. Sometimes it's what you got to do with these predictions if you want to be right.
Mm-hmm. Little pixie dust.
And you know what? It's just like this podcast. I'm going to swing blindly, and I don't care where I land, where it lands, where my bat lands, where I fall on my face. I don't care. I don't care because we're swinging blindly, and we don't care what happens after that.
And if you pull Gary Sheffield, so be it.
Woo! You're on fire at least you're on fire with the effects. I give you that. NL East, man. Yeah, this is the toughest one to do. I appreciate yours, but I'm going to go.
Not my best fastball today. I know.
You know what is crazy though, Blaise? Do you realize? I mean, the Marlins were in the playoffs last year.
Again, 60-game season. There's no way they were sustaining that over the course of 162.
But what I'm struggling to think is, like, who did they lose? And I don't know if they lost necessarily anybody important. I mean, you have another year of Maben out there. I talked about it with you the last time we spoke. That
2 weeks ago.
I can't name a single play. Like, I was watching their spring training game. I couldn't name a single guy. I had no clue.
Yeah.
But I am going to put them as well in fifth there. The division has just gotten so much better all over the place. I will go. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go Phillies fourth, which is wild to say. But, yeah, I'll go Marlins, Phillies.
Washington is not as bad as they were.
No, Washington got better, definitely.
Yeah.
But I'm going to put them third, and I'm going to flip-flop it for my Met fan friends. Don't say I didn't ever say anything nice about them. They're my second favorite baseball team, Blaise. The New York Mets. The New York Bretts.
New York Bretts. Hey, Brett. What's up,
We're
Brett?
going. What's up, Brett?
What's up, Brett?
Which he would love to come on the show, by the
We
way.
will get him on.
Yes, he would love to. I'm going to go Nationals third, Braves second, despite my love for a couple of those guys there. Shout out Acuna. And the New York Bretts end up with the second best record in the National League, Blaise. Over my Cardinals. Yep, I'm saying it now.
Wow.
Yep. Them and the Braves beat up on everybody else in that division when they play each other. The Phillies and the Nationals are able to be well against the bottom dwellers of the rest of the leagues. The Mets finished that division first, and my two wild cards are, I already said the Brewers, so I can't really go back on that.
Yeah, Brewers and Padres.
I'm gonna go back on it. I'm going Padres and Braves. My two wild cards.
Okay, you're going Padres, Braves.
Yep, screw the Brewers. Why would I ever pick the Brewers?
I don't know.
Except for their beer.
I disagree with you. I do think it's going to be Brewers Padres. Where I am concerned about the Mets are in two areas: bullpen and defense.
That's fair. That's totally fair.
That is an area. Both those areas, the Braves are better.
Well, I mean, McCann and Lindor, and that's up the middle. That's pretty decent.
That's decent.
Catcher, shortstop. I forget who they're.
That's decent, but who's going to be your third baseman? Well, their center field, their outfield situation is really kind of precarious
strange.
As well.
Yeah, it's strange.
And that's a big outfield to have to cover 81 games a year.
Love that field. City Fields. I've only been to 4 in my life, and that's my favorite.
Yeah,
so far.
And how about that? Yankees and Mets, they're going to be able to have 20% capacity at their stadiums.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. With just wanted to make sure it's with either proof of immunization or a negative test.
Yes.
To get
one
those tickets.
or the other. I could go there right now.
And that's not just available. I don't believe it's just available to season tickets. I think those are public tickets, right?
No, that's public capacity. Yeah.
That's awesome. Good. That's like, man,
it's great.
I really feel like we're going to get full stadium by the end of it. I want to be that optimistic. I'm going to be that optimistic. The Cardinals don't come to New York until September. So I'm very much hoping that it'll at least be close to full capacity by then.
Cardinals come to Citi Field in September?
Yes, yeah. I gotta wait a while.
Well, we will.
Yeah.
Let's talk offline about that, my guy.
Yeah. We'll have to make sure we. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And honestly, I would catch a Yankee game with you too. So
Okay. Yeah.
whatever you want. I just love baseball, man. I don't have to just watch Cardinals.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I always have to get to them when they're in New York. That's
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I've actually never been to either the new Yankee Stadium nor
really?
Citi Field. Yeah, I have
Dude.
not.
We have to get you there this year. We will.
We will, my guy.
Yeah.
We're going to make it happen. There was a lot. I don't think I said my AL wild card. Go ahead. I'm going Blue Jays, White Sox as my wild cards.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure. I meant to write this all down, but I didn't. But I'm just gonna do the playoffs. So we'll have. So let's just go through our division winners and our wild cards really quick, and we'll make our way too early. This is way too early. Our way too early playoff predictions.
Yes.
So we have AL East. We both have Yankees. Wait, did you even give you? Oh yeah, you did. Sorry,
I did.
We ended on the NL East. Yankees, both of us. Central, AL.
You picked White Sox. I picked.
You
Twins.
have Twins. Yep. West, we both have Athletics.
Yep. And then NL, you have the Bretts. I have the Maves.
I'm writing them down as. I don't know why that made me laugh so much, but that was really good. We both have the Cardinals, thank God.
Right. To be proper, you have the Mets, I have the Braves in the East. We both have I
know.
And we both have the Dodgers out west.
Yes, sir. And our wild cards, I have the Braves and the Padres. And you have the Brewers and Padres.
Mm-hmm.
AL, I have the Blue Jays. And no, I didn't pick my second one either.
I mean, it's got to be the Twins. It's got to be.
Yeah. I don't want to pick the Astros for anything, so I'm going to go Blue Jays and Twins.
Which would be a very interesting wild card matchup.
And wait, and who do you have again? You have...
I have Blue Jays, White Sox.
Blue Jays, White Sox, yep. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so we have a little over 20 minutes left here.
Yeah.
On the show. So what do you say what we should probably do, what do you think about this, is talk about some of these new rules.
Yeah, let's do it. And you want to save our playoff prediction for next episode?
Sure. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do.
Yeah. Cool.
We are going to save the playoff predictions for just after opening day on April 1st.
You know what they call that, Blaise?
What do they call that, my guy?
They call that a tease.
That's right.
That is a tease.
A 2-week tease.
Woo! Get ready, folks.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm being chilled to the bone just thinking about a 2-week tease.
That sounded so dirty. I'm sorry. It just did.
That first slide.
Oh, DMs are open, my friend. Yeah, let's talk about the...
Hey, you always got to cover your bases.
Oh, you're just a champion, my friend. You really are.
You are a champion, my friend.
Oh,
we'll keep on fighting till the end.
The thing is,
we're not losers. We are the champions.
Ooh.
And we have no time for losers, right?
We will. That's always
rock you. That's right.
Yeah, thank you. That's what we do here, so we can play the podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know what? We got love today.
We do.
We always have love for each other, but this is, hey, when we get into it, we get into it. This, this is a love episode.
Right. But the question is, though, do we have love for the designated hitter?
Can you just go first so I can?
I will absolutely go first on this because I've been thinking about this long and hard.
If that that sigh wasn't an indication, I needed time.
Yeah, I can't give a 2-week tease about this. I think the thing that distinguishes the American and National Leagues is the fact that one has a DH, the other one doesn't. Now, in a perfect world, would either league have a DH? In my opinion, absolutely not. If you play a position, you should be batting as well. I get the argument that David Ortiz is going to be a Hall of Famer because of the DH. Edgar Martinez was a Hall of Famer because...
Bull crap about Ortiz, by the way.
I agree, but you know that's going to happen.
I know it's going to happen. It's dumb.
I 1,000% agree.
I could do a whole episode on Ortiz is not a Hall
do
of
it.
Famer.
I don't think he is. He is a one-dimensional player. Right, that too. I mean, Edgar Martinez
is a Hall of Famer.
Yes. Multi-dimensional player.
Gold Glover, I believe.
Yes, he was. He was a Gold Glover. He had speed. He played third base.
David Ortiz just swung a bat.
Right.
Sorry, that's a player I actually hate.
Yeah,
that's.
And wouldn't you say that on the infield, the third base is the hardest position to play?
Yeah, other than probably catcher. Yeah, I'd say third base. Yeah.
Yeah, no question about it.
Yeah.
And Edgar Martinez did it well. Did it well, especially at the Kingdom where there was that the turf.
It was oh man, those balls were skipping.
Yeah.
Skipping. That's like a rock on water, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
So I can't, and you're right, and he did it first. He transitioned. Ortiz was never a fielder,
right?
Ever. He was never a plus fielder ever in his career.
No, I mean barely. Yeah. So that's where I stand on the DH, but that does that makes the leagues very distinguishable. Otherwise, why have an American and National League? Because you don't have American League and National League umpires anymore. You used to. If you're going to get rid of the DH, why not just have one big effing league?
That's actually not right? And then what? And then top 8 or top something make it to the playoffs, and then you reseed, something like that kind of deal?
Yeah.
No, your take on this, Blaise, is very refreshing. As somebody who roots for an AL team, it's hard to word this. Would I be upset if there was universal DH? Yeah, it would take me a little bit to be like okay with it. But in the grand scheme of things, it's whatever. I'd get over it, right? And I haven't actually heard many people say what you just said. There's a reason, and the reason is because they're two completely different leagues. If you, as an NL fan, I love the idea, and just because of when we've grown up watching this sport, is small ball is just exciting. Like regardless,
right? Playing
small ball, pitchers hitting, that's exciting and adds an element to the game that is lost in the AL. Like, no offense, of course, I love baseball.
No, you're 1,000% right. And if you're gonna have a universal DH, then just have the ALC and the NLC.
Well, can I
kind of like they do in football?
I'd rather than both not have DH.
Is
that a radical idea?
No. No,
like,
I agree.
If you're gonna do one or the other, I'd rather it go the other way. And I know that we're definitely in the minority of
right. Have an ALC and an NLC.
Yeah, that's fine.
Kind of like what they do in football. It's not reinventing the freaking wheel.
No, it's just if you want to do it both, you can't call them one AL and one NL.
Right. And the other thing it does too, it unifies the sport.
And Blaise, what was around first? Can we just say this? What was around first?
The American League is the junior circuit. That's why the NL is called the senior circuit. Right?
Thank you.
Right.
Big J Blaise over there. But you're right. You're totally, and look, I think we both understand we're in the minority on this, especially with just the influx of younger voices into the game. It's what is the saying? It goes, what, chicks dig the long ball, right, Blaise?
Yeah.
And that's fine and well. I'm good with it. I've been fine with them both being different for this long. Why? And it's to your point, and you bring this up, but it does not. Have you? Unless you've heard anything different than what I have.
Uh-huh.
The last thing I was reading was that it's not going to be approved, at least not this year.
There's not going to be a universal DH this year.
It's
Next
coming.
year, well, I
It's
mean,
coming.
who the heck knows what's going to be coming up next year? Because I mean, you
CBA
hope
and-
right. There's going to be a new CBA, collective bargaining agreement. The Players Association and the owners, they absolutely despise each other.
Yep.
It is
Could be
as
heading for a strike. Let's
tenuous.
just be real. Let's just
First
be
strike
real.
since '94. Yeah,
We could be.
which is just.
It's a shame.
If there's a strike, what's going to happen is baseball is going to fall to the ranks of relevancy that the NHL is in this country. Mark
And
my
should
words. And it's
Yeah.
unfortunate. We both love the freaking game of baseball. That's why we're talking about it.
Even soccer, Blaise, and it's an international sport, but I can
Soccer's
see-
trending.
Exactly that's what I'm
The
saying.
arrow on
Baseball
soccer's
could
going
fall-
up.
Yes, soccer. We could fall below that.
Yeah.
And it's obviously not any. And we will
And-
still watch, right? But
Yeah.
like,
And what a headbutt to society that would be if we fell below soccer. Not besmirching soccer. I'm not.
no, not at all, not at all. America, it's a beautiful game. It's an international sport. It's like
Right.
It's the biggest sport in the world.
Right. I mean,
Clearly.
I mean, baseball would be going from America's pastime to America's last time. That's exactly what would be happening.
Oh, I can't believe you didn't throw the thing. That was good.
Well, you know,
I know you're kind of heat. Yeah. Thank you. I needed it.
I feel like a starting pitcher where it's taken me a bit to warm up from the bullpen.
Yeah. Now you're just getting.
40 some odd minutes into this, 45. I mean,
You're hitting
minutes
your
into this, I feel like I've kind of hit the stride a little bit.
No,
here.
you're doing good, man. No,
Yeah.
and I say this on my wrestling podcast. I love the fire out of you with this topic, my friend. I do.
Well, thank you.
I feel it, and I feel how much baseball means to you, and I feel how much this means to you. So I appreciate that.
Right. And also too, there's this whole narrative, and it's a stupid narrative about how the younger fans aren't tied to the game as much because it's a slow paced game.
Who cares?
Blah, blah, blah. I mean, look, they're tied to their screens and everything anyhow.
Yeah.
If you added an element of strategy with the double switches and the DH and all, and getting rid of the DH,
Oh, yeah.
don't
Speaking
you
of which,
think that would create a little bit of suspense to at least get them to watch the game on the screen that they were going to be watching other stuff on?
Yeah, and then I mean that brings us back to the whole blackout stuff, man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why baseball. It's less people are watching baseball now than ever in American history, and you're not allowing people to watch when they want to watch. Like, you got to open that up. If somebody wants to watch baseball, you have to let them watch baseball. Like, I don't know. Like, figure it out. Figure it out.
I get for this year in terms of spring
Yeah.
training that I
And,
do
yeah.
understand.
No, but of course, spring training is one thing. But if regular season, this still happens. Like,
Right, you can't watch your home team's broadcast
Yeah.
on MLB TV.
Exactly. And well, and similarly, like if I don't have SNY or wherever the Mets are on when they play the Cardinals,
Right.
I can't watch the Cardinals when they come to New York
Right.
on MLB TV. That's dumb. That's
It is.
Why?
It is.
Why?
It's 21. Can we get our act together on this thing?
Can we
here,
just
please?
watch baseball? Can we just watch baseball?
Right.
That's all I want to do.
Right. I mean, not like listening to John Rooney and Mike Shannon isn't a bad thing. They're terrific. I'm
They
referencing
are.
the Cardinal
shout
radio
out.
announcers.
And shout out Mike Shannon.
Yes.
Last season this year.
This is his last season.
He's an award winner. He's a Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer. Yeah, I mean, and just I just a
That's why
terrific.
Cardinals got to go win it for Shannon.
Yeah, and he is what emblemizes what an analyst should be.
And he's
I'll tell you
he's
why
the
I
last of
had
a dying breed.
Yeah,
He's the last of a dying
no
breed.
question about it. And I'll tell you why I paused the way I did there, because there was
Go ahead,
actually
sorry.
some conversation around, and it was some conversation that I was a part of a few months ago on Facebook. And it was because someone was a bit perturbed by the phrasing color commentator or color analyst.
Oh,
This was a person of color, actually.
okay. Well, no, I mean, I understand it.
Yeah, and like it made. I even commented. I said, as a white person, I never thought of why this would be an insensitive thing. But hearing it from their perspective, that why do you need the word color in front of it? And I initially said, this goes back to the term, I said, this is an old radio term because you're creating you're coloring a picture with words. Yep. And because we have the HD and the 4K and all that stuff now, I mean, you really don't need the word color there now.
No.
It's one of those things where the vernacular has to change. And not to get all tangential on that, I would just say analyst.
Yeah.
Commentator, analyst.
Well, because what they have is they have play-by-play commentator and they have color commentator. So you would have it would have to be something.
I think saying play-by-play is still acceptable and encouraged.
Yeah,
because you have to create that distinction there.
Yes.
But the whole thing around color analyst or color commentator was a very interesting thing, and as we all have been forced, I mean, not only with the pandemic, to deal with a new typical and a temporary typical, and whatever the redefining of a new typical is going to be, but also because of world events, we are having to look at our language books and our vocabulary books, our personal vocab books and whatnot, and say, okay, how do we rewrite X, Y, and Z? So that's why I was hesitating on that phrasing there for a second.
No, you're honestly, Blaise, you brought up something I didn't even think about, and now that you brought it up, it's like, yeah, you're right, and kudos to whoever brought that to attention, because hey, and I'm not like, look, I'm not. We don't have to even get into it.
I'm not either, but
yeah, I don't. It's such a small thing that doesn't affect anybody if it's changed. You know what I mean? Like, nobody will care if they just take that word out of it. It won't matter. It doesn't mean you can call them whatever you want. You can call them baseball talkie talks. I don't even care what you call them.
I think if we called them talkie talks, that would be like, what the hell are you talking about?
No, I know, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what they read. Like, but you're right. It is something that could be looked into, and I mean, that's first of all. No, I have something to talk to you about off air.
Sure.
No,
okay.
But the other rules you wanted to get into. I'm so glad that you have that take, though. That's why we do this, and that's why we have this chemistry and we get along so well, is because we disagree from time to time, and that's fine. But with this, I'm so glad that you have that take on the DH. I'm just like, it really warms my heart. I have to tell you.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so then I'm imagining the other rule you wanted to talk about was the doubleheader and the extra inning, the extra runner on base.
The doubleheader thing, that's not going to work because fans are going to be in the stands. The 7-inning doubleheaders worked because there were no fans in the stands. Think about it.
14 innings though. I don't know.
You're losing out on 4 innings of concessions. You're losing out on 4 innings of advertising and all that stuff.
Right.
You can't.
It only work until stadiums are open.
Right. 3 batter minimum one is the one that I wanted to kind of get your take on here in a little bit, and we gotta be at about a 1 batter's pace with this here.
Yes, we got it.
Is this just what's your take on this?
The 3 batter minimum?
Yeah.
This might come to you as a surprise. I've had discussions with some buddies about stuff like this, and I personally, so this is okay. I have to say one thing to get back to my point, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I personally would be okay with like a 5 or 6 pitcher limit. Like each game, teams designate 5, 6, even 7 pitchers that they can use. They don't have to use all of them, but these are the only pitchers they can use for said game. And
doesn't it feel like teams already do that though?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So why not? Because it would add to, and you, like you said it with it would add to just the experience of the game. Where okay, you get your box score, right? You get your program, and it's like these are the designated pitchers for today, right? It just adds to the you get to know certain pitchers. You're like, okay, why would this guy be here? And then your dad or somebody's like, oh, this is why he's like a good 1-2 inning guy. You know, he's like this, that, the other thing.
That's a really good point.
And it adds to the strategy of the game. It adds more strategy to the game. If we're going to give up DH, you have 6-7 pitchers a game, and those are the only guys you can use.
Bro, I absolutely love the idea. And what you essentially do is you have the mound visits aligned with the amount of pitchers. I think that's a brilliant idea. And
so to that point, if you did something like that, you wouldn't have to do the 3-batter minimum because you just have a pitcher minimum.
Right. I mean, the 3-batter minimum, I like it because
I'm here for it.
The days of specialization are gone. I mean, if you can't get 3 guys out, Adam Ottavino, he lost his effectiveness as a Yankee because of the 3-batter minimum, and they shipped his butt off to Boston. They pulled a Dropkick Murphys and shipped him up to Boston because he wasn't effective in that role anymore, because he was kind of viewed as a specialist. Now, the extra inning rule, as before we have to wrap up here, we've talked about it last year, and I don't know about you, my stance on that has not changed, where instead of having a runner on at second, at least from the 11th inning on, you have a runner on at first.
Yep. My view has not changed. I don't think scoring position works. I think, especially with the athleticism of a lot of these guys, and you're going to put your most athletic and fast guy there, right, on second if he's available. So, no, I think to me, because, those quick athletic guys can score from first on a single in the gap or a double, a short double.
Or, the other part of it, too, as a pitcher, you better hold that runner. Because if you can't, they're stealing second on pitch one.
And it would put more importance on a guy like Yachty. I mean, how many times do you see a guy steal third? Not very much. How many, just on Yachty in general, how many guys steal on Yachty? Not many, but if you got a good catcher with a good arm back there, I mean, you're eliminating that part of the game right off the bat. That guy's not going anywhere.
Well, that's kind of like with Gary Sanchez. He's a terrible receiver, but he's got a terrific arm.
Yeah, if he could catch the ball.
That's just it. And then back to your just to kind of we can wrap put a bow on this here. Do you think that with extra innings, you would be allowed to designate like one additional pitcher per inning or something along those lines?
Yes, that would be awesome. I think like you could do like a 5 to 6 pitcher of the regular time or regular innings, 9 innings. And then if it goes to extra innings, you can add one extra pitcher every inning. Yeah. Because by that time you might have exhausted your entire, it's like a lineup. It's like a basketball lineup, except for pitchers. I think that would add a lot to the game. I think it would add strategy. I think people would be into it. It's like, okay, every morning you look into the newspaper. I mean, I know I'm old school with the newspaper. You look at the newspaper, you go online, whatever.
No, I mean, you're right though.
And you see, okay, these 5 guys, these are the only pitchers they can use. What does this guy have? What does this guy have? How many days of rest does this guy have?
Exactly.
It adds to like everything about it, and it's doable, Blaise. I mean, how often are teams using 7? I mean, it gets more often than you would think, but 7, 8, 9 pitchers? No. Usually you're right around 5, 6 pitchers. I mean,
and
Tony La Russa, on the other hand, is probably going to be.
Well, he's the reason why this rule exists.
Exactly.
Let's not kid ourselves. And speaking of clocks, the pitching clock is on us here, so we do have to wrap up. Would you be yes or no? Would you be all for a pitch clock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I am. As a former pitcher, yes.
I could not agree with you more if I tried. As we wrap this up perfectly, yet such an imperfect, yet wonderful episode of the Swinging Blindly podcast with PJ Geary. I am Blaise Bryant. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and our social media, facebook.com/Swinging Blindly podcast. I do believe that's what it is. And on Twitter @Swinging Blindly. And my guy, if you miss, what's the big deal, right?
Who cares?